We got a new sponsor. Wonder who it could be. Hey everyone, we got a new sponsor for the channel, ICT Billet. I want to thank them for helping out, and just to reassure them, we'll show them lots of love, show all their parts getting on. I'm sure if you guys have bought parts for your LS swaps, you know exactly who these guys are. So check the link in the description down there. Their contact information will be on there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you've seen on the banner, we have a new sponsor, ICT Billet. Now, let me show you a couple things they offer. This here was sent for demonstration purposes only. These are cathedral port weld flanges for manufacturing your own intake manifolds, fabricated intake manifolds. Come completely milled, drilled for bolt holes and injector holes. They also are milled on the back for O-ring style intake gaskets. They're about a 1/2 inch thick, made out of aluminum, and they are $120 on their website. I'll tell you exactly how much they are. They sent me a little paper. They run right about $120 on their website. Not a bad price for two weld flanges. Now, I'll show you what else they come with. As you can see right there, we got a set of bolts and a set of O-ring intake gaskets. Weld flanges for cathedral port intakes. They also have them for rectangle port intakes too. They have them for, let's see what all they got them for here. I got a little catalog. I'll tell you everything that's in it. They got flanges for everything, I'll tell you what. LS intake adapters. Cathedral port head to LS rec port head, rectangle port heads. They're $219.99. LS cathedral port rectangle to cathedral port heads, $237.59. Weld flanges, like I said, $120.99. Those are cathedral port and rectangle port weld flanges. They have them both. They have cathedral port spacers and rectangle port spacers, and those are $219.99. Now, you wonder what those are. I'll show you a set of spacers, because actually these were sent for Pandora's ITB or 8-stack intake. Individual throttle body intake. These look identical, but very different. You can see the other ones, they were flat across. These ones are milled up and offset milled. The other ones were milled straight through, because when you put intake spacers on an engine, it raises the intake, but it also offsets your port lineup. And if you don't have the correct port lineup, when your air comes down through, it'll hit the bottom of this flange here, and it'll ramp the air up or stop the air and cause it to swirl, messing up your flow characteristics. Now, you'll also notice on your cheaper intake manifolds that are for on your cheaper intake manifolds for your like the fabricated intake manifolds that you get for 200 bucks on like Temu and eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. If you take your head or your intake and you set it on your head and look down it, you will actually see that the intake is opened up a lot bigger than this opening right here. And it causes the same problem. The air will go down and hit the head, cause it to swirl weird, mess it all up. These are offset milled, and if you can see it just a little bit right there, you'll see the angle right there. What that does is it takes this part goes against the head, and what it does is it takes this opening right here and actually shifts it up a little bit. So when you're laying like this, it reconfigures your opening so everything flows in just perfect. Got 2 of these. Now, let me show you the catalog. What you have on their catalog is these guys have got everything, guys. They got engine kits, pulley kits, plate kits, adapter kits, water pump kits, more engine kits, and I mean they go all the way up to Gen 5, LT4s, LT Gen 5s, LSAs. Here's your valve cover spacers, valve cover adapters, so you can actually put old style Chevy valve covers on your engine. Looks like they got, you know, valley pans, valve covers. There's your intake adapters and spacers. There's your manifold adapters, so you can go, this one allow you to put LT1 heads to LT4 heads, or LT4 to LT1. They actually even have LT1 and LS7 weld flanges too. Fuel injector hats to extend your fuel injectors. LSA supercharger lids. Valley pan covers, like I said. Remote coil brackets. Coil brackets that bolt onto the head. Tommy chain covers. Water pump spacers. Water neck adapters. Throttle cable. This is for adapter. This is for your throttle cable for sheet metal intake manifolds. LT and LS water pump adapters. This is actually so you can run these adapters here will actually allow you to run a big block Chevy or an electric water pump on an LS motor. Coolant crossover pipes, engine brackets, transmission brackets, LT swap brackets, engine mid plates. Actually, that's it looks like a front plate. Transmission parts, torque converter adapters, flex plate adapters, throttle body adapters, solenoid, purge solenoid plugs, battery trays, and you guys name it, they have it all. Torque plates for engine boring, so you got some machine shop tools, plug wires, valve covers, heater hose, idler bracket relocations, some general merchandise, LS iron block support kits, accessory supports, shifter cable pass through. Ooh, that's kind of, you have to look into them. I like that. Firewall sensor, pass through bulkheads, vehicle specific front and mid engine plates. Like I said, you guys name it, these guys make a lot of stuff. They even got wiring adapters and pigtails, accessories, you name it. Now, the other one we're doing is Redux Racing. These plates are for the ITV intakes. So with the velocity stacks, the ones that are on my engine, excuse me, the ones that are on my engine, what the problem is with them, so the problem with my intake is operating range. It's 3,500 on up. I'm trying to lower the operating range. That's what the plates are for, the spacers. Oops. That's what the spacers are for. Help raise the intake, lengthen the runners, gives you, lowers your RPM operating range. Short runners for high RPM, long runner for low RPM. Same thing with exhaust headers. Shorty headers are for high RPM, long tubes are for low RPM. Always think long, low, shorts or high. Works on any engine, really. So these adapters are to take the the velocity stacks on it and lengthen the velocity stacks. Velocity stacks for that intake setup are over $1,000 for a set of 8. This company, they have 2 different style mounting brackets. They have the same mounting setup that I have right now, or they have this setup. This setup actually has a little space right there and a recessed hole right there. Put your cap screw in there, it takes your flange once you bolt it down and it will squeeze it shut just like that. Not much movement, but enough movement to take one of the velocity stacks and grab it. So now you can go out buy cheaper velocity stacks, the chrome ones, the plastic ones, you can even print your own. It will allow you to put them on that intake. Again, it's Redux Racing. These guys really, Redux, they really are more for fuel injection stuff, ITV style intakes. They do a lot of BMW stuff. They do have a couple of LS style intake manifolds. Again, all pretty much ITV style intakes. They have K-swap intakes, so if you Honda fans out there, they got something for you too. They got a lot of stuff on there actually. Brackets, they got side drafts, they got right down drafts. The down draft style are the ones that are straight up and down. Side drafts are like mine where they cross like that. So now with those guys, I'm working on something with ICT right now, but we haven't quite hammered it out. The Redux Racing, if you go onto their website, which I'll put a link down below in the video description for ICT and Redux. If you go on Redux's website and say, on your promotional codes and stuff like that, you put grease spot with the $50, you will save $50 on every purchase. Now, the only thing with Redux, they are out of Australia. Communication's done through email, so it's a little bit slower on getting a hold of them. Don't worry, they will contact you. It is a real company. They will send you the stuff you order. I can see where you guys would be a little nervous, but with the time changes and everything else, and long distance calling, that's just how they do it. They really don't advertise a phone number. But they will get in contact with you. It seems to take right around a day, maybe 2 days, depending on how much emails they get and what they have. Generally takes 2 to 3 weeks on a lead time for a lot of their intake manifolds and stuff like that. Sometimes they have to produce them as ordered. These adapters and stuff like that, they used to not have them in stock all the time. They had sold out because they're very popular. They're in stock now, so you guys should be good. Again, guys, please, hold on.